Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into an important topic, measles. Yes, that highly contagious disease that many of us have heard about but might not fully understand. By the end of this video, you will have a clear idea of what measles is, how it spreads, its symptoms, and how we can prevent it. So let's jump right in. Measles, also called rubella, is an acute and highly communicable disease caused by the measles virus. This virus belongs to the paramyxovirus family under the genus morbillivirus. Fancy names aside, what's really important to know is that measles is one of the most common and infectious diseases of childhood and has a worldwide presence. Unfortunately, it's not just a harmless rash. In developing countries, measles contributes to high morbidity and mortality. It can seriously affect a child's nutrition and growth. Since the vaccine became available in 1963, we've had a powerful tool to fight this disease, but outbreaks still happen, especially in areas with low vaccination coverage. Now, how does measles spread? It's highly contagious. Here are the main ways. Through direct contact with infectious droplets, airborne transmission, yes, the virus can linger in the air for hours after an infected person coughs or sneezes. Also by touching fluids from an infected person's nose or mouth. So think of sneezing or coughing droplets. So if you are around someone with measles, there is a 90% chance of catching it if you are not immune. That's how powerful this virus is. After exposure, the incubation period lasts 4 to 12 days. During this time, there are no symptoms, but here's the catch. The person is already contagious. They can spread measles from the first signs of symptoms until 3 to 5 days after the rash appears. Measles has distinct stages, and understanding these helps in recognizing the disease early. Let's break them down. The first one, we have the prodromal stage, which is about 1 to 2 days. So this is the stage of non-specific symptoms like fever, malaise, runny nose, cough, and conjunctivitis. You might mistake it for a regular cold or flu. The second stage is known as the catarrhal stage. This stage lasts about 2 to 3 days. This is when things become more evident. So there's going to be a runny nose and red watery eyes, also a barking cough, and here's a big one, Koplik spots. These are tiny white spots inside the mouth that are a hallmark of measles, though they are easy to miss because they don't last long. The other stage is known as the exanthem stage. So this lasts about 3 to 4 days, and here comes the characteristic rash. It starts behind the ears and on the forehead, then spreads to the rest of the body. At this stage, the rash becomes blotchy and is very distinctive. The last stage is known as the resolution stage. So the rash fades in the same order it appeared. Symptoms like fever, conjunctivitis, and cough subside, but the rash may leave behind some fine peeling of the skin. If the fever persists beyond this stage, it could mean complications. Diagnosing measles can be done clinically or through laboratory tests. So clinically, doctors look for the combination of fever, rash, cough, runny nose, and conjunctivitis. Koplik spots are a strong indicator, but they are not always visible. For a confirmed diagnosis, we rely on lab tests like positive IgM antibodies or isolating the measles virus from the respiratory specimens. Management of measles focuses on supportive care. Here are the key steps. Rest and comfort. So ensure bed rest to allow the child's body to recover. Use antipyretics like paracetamol to reduce fever and relieve discomfort. For example, if your child struggles to sleep due to itching or discomfort, you can use a sedative under medical guidance for better rest. The second key step is hydration and nutrition. Encourage the child to drink plenty of fluids like water, soup, or diluted juice to prevent dehydration. Offer small, frequent meals that are easy to digest. Focus on energy-rich foods like porridge, proteins like beans and fish, and fruits and vegetables to boost immunity. The next key step is oral and skin care. Clean the child's mouth twice daily with a gentle solution to soothe soreness. Apply calamine lotion to reduce itching from the rash and tetracycline eye ointment to prevent or treat eye infections. Medication is also another key step. So administer vitamin A 100,000 international units on the first day, then on days 2 and 14. This reduces the risk of eye complications. Antibiotics such as amoxicillin 50 milligrams per kg body weight 3 times daily for 5 days can be given to treat secondary bacterial infections. Other supportive measures include the use of steam inhalation to soothe the throat and clear congestion. Keep the child warm and comfortable, especially if they have chills. Okay, so the last key step is isolation. So isolate the child to prevent spreading measles to others, especially unvaccinated individuals or those with weakened immunity. Let's now discuss the preventive measures. So one of the preventive measures is vaccination. The measles vaccine is highly effective. It contains a live attenuated virus and is administered subcutaneously as a single dose of 0.5 mL. In Zambia, for example, it is part of the routine immunization schedule. The second preventive measure is prompt reporting. So report suspected cases immediately to the local health authorities to contain outbreaks. The third preventive measure is community awareness. Educate your community about the importance of vaccination and early treatment. And the fourth preventive measure is increased surveillance. So ensure timely identification and isolation of measles cases to prevent further spread. So if left untreated, measles can lead to severe complications. And here are some of the complications you should watch out for. There is gastroenteritis. So this causes severe diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration. There is also respiratory infections, such as pneumonia or reactivation of tuberculosis. Malnutrition is also among the complications of measles because measles often suppresses appetite, making children prone to malnutrition. Eye problems such as keratoconjunctivitis or corneal ulcers, which can cause blindness, is also among the complications. Other complications include laryngitis, otitis media, encephalitis, and mouth ulcers. So, adults with measles may experience even more severe complications. So, early care is critical for all age groups. For healthcare providers and caretakers, here are some essential nursing care tips. Nest the child in a well-ventilated, well-lit isolation room to prevent other infections and aid observation. Minimize noise and group procedures to allow for uninterrupted rest. Administer prescribed analgesics for comfort. Perform regular mouth, hair, and nail care to improve comfort and prevent infections. Also change soiled linen promptly and keep the child's skin clean and moisturized. Keep the child in a fallout position to promote lung expansion and relieve breathing difficulties. Recovery isn't just physical. Emotional well-being is equally important. Here is how you can provide psychological support. Explain the care process to reduce fear and anxiety. Encourage caregivers to ask questions and stay involved in the care plan. Provide activities or distractions to keep the child's spirit up. Okay, let's wrap up with some essential health education tips. 1. Ensure children are vaccinated on time to prevent measles. Educate caregivers to recognize early signs of measles like fever and rash and seek prompt medical attention. Encourage a diet rich in energy, proteins, and vitamins using locally available foods to boost immunity. Explain the importance of completing prescribed treatments to avoid complications. Thank you for joining today's session. If you found this information helpful, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more valuable healthcare tips. Remember, prevention and early care can save lives. See you next time. Stay healthy and informed.